Thank you for staying with SABC News. This is Your Money on Market Sense, and my name is Diabosito. Provident Fund members will this year be governed by the same legislation and rules governing pension funds. The new changes are part of the Taxation Laws Amendment Act and will come into effect from the beginning of March. Government amended the Act to ensure that more people have sufficient savings for retirement.
For many years, Provident Fund members were able to cash in a full lump sum when they retire, but this will change this year. Now the new rules governing both the Provident Fund and Pension Fund members will be the same. This is to ensure that every retired person has sufficient money for retirement. These rules were supposed to come into effect in 2015, but they were opposed by Labour as there was a belief that government wanted to nationalize retirement funds.
If you are currently a member of a Provident Fund and you are 55 on the 1st of March 2021, you will be entitled to the full 1 million rand as your benefit. So the whole lump sum will be paid out, and less the tax that is applicable according to the tax table. But let's say you've been a member, you are only 30 years old, you are joining from the 1st of March 2021 and you become a member of a Provident Fund. It therefore means you are a newcomer into this fund and you're now going to be treated just like members of the pension fund.
With the new rules, members of retirement funds will be allowed to take 1/3 of the total value of the retirement fund, and 2/3 of this will be used to buy a living annuity. The money transferred into a living annuity will be tax-free.
The biggest change will be to individuals who belong to Provident funds. So after the 1st of March, your retirement savings will be split up into two benefits, before the 1st of March and after the 1st of March. If you're older than 55, this will not affect you, but all the members that are younger than 55, any benefit you accumulate after the 1st of March 2021 will be held separate. And when you retire, you'll only be able to take 1/3 of that portion. Any benefits accumulated before the 1st of March 2021, you'll still be able to take the full amount in cash, but unfortunately, you still have to pay tax on both.
Experts say you should start saving for retirement as soon as you start working. This will enable you to benefit from compound interest. For a 25-year-old who saves 500 rand a month for 40 years, with an investment return of 10% a year, you could accumulate about 3.2 million rand at the age of 65. And if you are 45 years old and save 1,000 rand a month for 20 years, your savings could be 765,000 rand at the age of 65.
Compound interest is extremely important, and when you ask young people, they say, no, I'll start saving when I'm older. And when you ask older people, why aren't you saving, they say, no, it's too late. But compound interest will allow you to save about half the amount when you're younger for the same period and still give you the same amount afterwards. Now, you might be asking, how can I save half the amount and get more when I retire? Because of compound interest. A while back, there was that advertisement that talked about money babies, and that's exactly what compound interest is. It's growth on your growth, and that allows you to save less and have more at the end of the investment term.
You need to consider the lifestyle that you'd like to live when you retire. You could run out of funds if you do not make sufficient provision for retirement. The average life expectancy during retirement is about 20 years. Just what are some of the blunders that people make before retirement?
Some will tell you, I did not know how to use my money. I was reckless. I went to buy things that I did not need. I was driven by lust. And I ended up buying wants. I remember wants are luxuries, and people ended up making those kind of mistakes. Others will come forward saying, I did invest, but my investment was never enough to take care of me at the time of retirement. But others will come forward and say, I never had a plan at all. I never planned for my retirement, and I regret today because I'm an old person. I need to look after myself, but I do not have any money to do so.
The new rules will not apply to Provident Fund members who will be 55 years old by the beginning of March. they'll still be entitled to take their full benefits on retirement. But if you are reckless with your retirement fund savings, you could struggle to make ends meet during retirement. Naledi Matlapeng, SABC News, Johannesburg.